Alright, so today we got a pretty sick package in, another one for the car. The good guys over at Power by the Hour hooked me up with a pretty good deal over here, and this is what's gonna really excite me about this new motor that I'm gonna be building for this car, because it's not a build I'm normally used to, which is pretty mild but works pretty well, which I guess this one is pretty mild too. It's just a little bit different, and this is why. We got some big bad boy GT350 heads, factory CNC ported, bigger valves, all from the factory. I do gotta change the cams, but these things look like they're in great shape, and I'm so excited to be putting these on the car, because these should really wake that Coyote up, and it'll be able to put in some work once I get this on. Mint! The new used clutch here. My dad had this laying around. It's pretty heavy duty. Hopefully it fits in with all the adjustments I had. It looks like it may be an unsprung twin disc 6-puck. I'm gonna pull it apart and look at it. If that's the case, it's probably not gonna drive that great, but I'll tell you, it will hold some power. So whenever I finally decide to break the bank and put a blower or something on the car, it'll be fine. So today we're finally gonna start picking away at the car. I haven't really touched the motor much. I did pull that head apart. Head looks great. I gotta get the rockers milled down to run the Coyote cams and the GT350 heads. But I'm gonna set this thing up, and hopefully I'll get the transmission out tonight. I finally got my damn transmission jack. That's exciting. It's actually seems like it's pretty good quality. I just don't really like these arms. I might have my buddy Clint blow me out some new arms with his CNC plasma cutter, because that thing's awesome. But it'll do for now, and I'm gonna use that to pull the engine through the bottom, and hopefully I don't die. That would suck. But yeah, I've done this like 8 to 10 times, not only on this car but on Mustangs. So I pulled quite a few of them, and it's not really that bad, but it's not that great either. At least I finally have a lift to do it on, and I'm not doing it on the ground, because that's really not fun. Well, I was gonna do a time lapse, but I can't find my other GoPro. But I did get the transmission out by myself, so that's good. The jack definitely came in handy. So I'm about a quarter of the way to pulling the engine. I've picked at a couple things over here, got the wiring harness off and stuff. Belts off, because I gotta pull the power steering pump and the AC compressor, because I don't like pulling those with the engine, because I can keep all the fluids in there. And I just dropped the whole cam member with the engine and everything. So we're getting there. It's hot. It kind of sucks, but if everything goes really smoothly and I get time to work on it, I could get it pulled tomorrow, but that's probably not going to happen. But I should have it done by the weekend, and then I can start taking stuff off and putting it to the side so I could put it on the new engine. Sick. Okay, so we're back here today to hopefully finish pulling this engine out. I got the transmission out already, and I'm starting to drain the oil out of it. We'll finish that. Get all the fluids drained out. I gotta drain the coolant out, pull the sway bar, control arms, steering shaft, power steering pump, AC compressor, steering rack. I already got the belts off. I already got the wires unplugged. I gotta go on top, take the intake off, and then she should be ready to come out. It's really not that much work to pull these engines from the bottom. And it's especially easy when you have a lift. So I gotta unhook all these wires from the starter. Yeah, hopefully I can get this out in the next 4 or 5 hours. Wouldn't be a bad time frame. Then I can start pulling apart. I really need the cams off this engine so I can get my rockers milled for the GT350 heads. So let's get to it. Okay, so we got the rack out, oil is drained, coolant hoses are off, AC compressors off, grounds are off, power steering pump's off, clutch cable is disconnected. So now I gotta just lower it down. I'm gonna sit it on these wood blocks and slowly lift the lift up. I have just two bolts holding it in. I got that K-member bolt and the other K-member bolt on the other side. and she should be good. I'm gonna go back up top, do one more once over, but hopefully it comes out. These are a lot smaller than the Cobra motors, so I've done those quite a bit. Hopefully this one comes out a little better. I also put this one on jack stands, so hopefully it's easier than that, but we'll see. Well, I'm super excited because the engine came out in about 3 hours. Well, we'll say 4 because I had to take the transmission out the other night. But it came out super smoothly. I didn't have to take anything crazy out. Nothing got snagged or anything. There's a couple zip ties I had to cut to get it out. But yeah, it was pretty easy. And I did it all by myself, and I wasn't struggling at all. There's no point where I was like, oh my god, I need somebody to help me. So now I gotta get the bell housing clutch off it, and I can get it on an engine stand. I gotta go buy another engine stand, or I'll just take that block back off and put this one on for now, since I have a week or two till I get all my parts. But yeah, doing this is not that hard. Anybody that wants to do it but doesn't have a lift, you can set it on some tall jack stands. Once I guess my Challenger buddy, or Charger, whatever he's got a Hellcat across the street doing some burnouts. Hell yeah, brother. Sick. So I'm not the only asshole in the neighborhood that does burnouts. That's pretty neat. Oh, the old lady's mad. Oh well, she is not happy. Apparently you have to do burnouts in the garage because she didn't come out when I did my burnout. Sick. Right on. But anyway, the transmission jack's here to just lift it up a little bit. I think the lift's yeah, the lift was definitely creeping. But keep this here just because there's no weight on the front of the car, so that's just a safety so it doesn't tip over. I probably shouldn't have put it up so tight. Now there's a dent in the gas tank. Damn it. Oh well, not a big deal. Yeah, so now I gotta inspect this guy a little bit, see where the leaks are all from, since the block's cracked and it was leaking coolant, but I don't even see where the coolant was leaking from. So I'm gonna have to, I'll probably see it once I take the bell housing off here. but even, oh, I smell the rubber from his tires still. Oh man. Yeah, I don't really see anything leaking coolant right now, so that kind of sucks. The heads look fine, but yeah, I'll probably be on like the very back of the block. And that's where it's been leaking from, so I'll update you guys once I see that. I could probably even get this block fixed if I really wanted to. We'll see. But she's out. Now to do bigger, better things. So once again, if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe, comment, hit the little bell so you get alerts when I make new videos. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of them. And stay safe out there.